Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt older than the number on your driver's license? Or maybe you've noticed that mid-afternoon slump hitting you harder than it used to, or that your memory isn't quite as sharp. What if I told you that it might not be about the years at all, but about the habits, and that the most damaging ones are often the ones we don't even notice we're doing today? We're going to uncover 5 of these silent saboteurs, and one of them is so common, I'd be willing to bet many of us, including myself, have done it just today. Stay with me, because understanding this could genuinely change the way you age. Welcome to Golden Wellness Way, where we explore timeless truths and modern science to help you live healthier, longer, and better. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This isn't about fear or regret. It's about empowerment. It's about understanding our bodies so we can become the architects of our own well-being. I remember a conversation with my own father a few years back. He was in his late 60s, a strong man, but he confessed he felt a fog hanging over him, a kind of slowness that wasn't there before. We started looking not at some new, exotic supplement, but at his simple day-to-day routine. And what we found was eye-opening. It's those quiet, repetitive actions that, like a dripping tap, can erode our vitality over time. So let's dive into the first one, which might be the most surprising of all. We often think of aging in physical terms, fey wrinkles, gray hair, aching joints, but one of the most powerful accelerators of aging is entirely invisible. It's loneliness. I am not just talking about living alone. I am talking about a feeling of social isolation. In our hyper-connected digital world, it is tragically easy to feel disconnected. We text instead of talk. We scroll through feeds instead of sitting with a friend for coffee. A landmark study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, followed thousands of adults over 60 and found that those who reported feeling lonely had a nearly 60% higher risk of functional decline and a 45% higher risk of death. Think about that. It's not just a feeling, it's a physiological reality. When we're lonely, our bodies produce more cortisol, the stress hormone. Chronic stress leads to inflammation, which is a key driver of almost every age. Related disease, from heart disease to arthritis. It also directly impacts our brain. Researchers in California have linked chronic loneliness to an increased accumulation of amyloid plaques, a hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. It is as if our brains, starved of meaningful connection, begin to turn inward and break down. The solution isn't about having 100 friends on social media, it is about quality. It is calling a family member, joining a local book club, volunteering, or even just striking up a conversation with your neighbor at the grocery store. It's about nurturing the bonds that feed our souls. It's a habit of connection, and it is as crucial as any vitamin. Now, let's move from the soul to our sleep, and this is the second habit. And I am not just talking about getting too little sleep. The silent habit here is inconsistent sleep. We all know someone, maybe it's us, who burns the midnight oil during the week and then tries to catch up on the weekend. We think of sleep like a bank account where we can make withdrawals and then a big deposit. But our bodies don't work that way. Our bodies thrive on rhythm, on a predictable cycle known as the circadian rhythm. When you go to bed at 10 p.m. one night and 2 a.m. the next, you're essentially giving your body a mini dose of jet lag over and over again. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has repeatedly warned about the dangers of poor sleep. But the emphasis on consistency is often lost. This constant shifting throws your entire hormonal system into disarray. It messes with the hormones that control your appetite, making you crave sugary, high-calorie foods that accelerate aging. More importantly, it disrupts your insulin sensitivity. When your body becomes less responsive to insulin, your blood sugar levels rise, putting you on a fast track to developing type 2 diabetes, a disease that dramatically ages your organs, especially your heart, kidneys, and eyes. And what about your brain? During deep sleep, your brain performs a crucial cleaning process, washing away metabolic waste products that build up during the day. When you disrupt that cycle, it is like letting the trash pile up in your mind, leading to brain fog, poor memory, and, over the long term, increasing your risk for neurodegenerative diseases. The fix is simple, but not always easy. Try to go to bed and wake up around the same time every day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime ritual. Make your bedroom a sanctuary for sleep, not a multi-purpose entertainment room. Your body will thank you with more energy, a clearer mind, and a slower aging clock. All right, habit number 3. This one happens in the kitchen, and it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's the habit of choosing healthy processed foods. I am talking about the low-fat yogurts loaded with sugar, the healthy breakfast cereals that are more dessert than breakfast, the bottled salad dressings, and even many of the granola bars we grab on the go. The food industry has become masterful at marketing. They slap words like natural, low-fat, or whole grain on the package, and we feel virtuous buying them. But if you turn that package over and read the ingredients list, you often find a chemistry experiment. The biggest culprit is hidden sugar. Sugar is one of the most pro-aging substances we can consume. It causes a process called glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your body, including the collagen and elastin that keep your skin firm and youthful. These new molecules are called advanced glycation end products, and they have a fitting acronym, AGES. They literally age you, making your skin sag and wrinkle, and they also stiffen your arteries and cloud the lenses of your eyes. Beyond sugar, these processed foods are often full of inflammatory seed oils, artificial additives, and sodium. This creates a state of chronic low-grade inflammation in your body, a condition some scientists now call inflammaging. It's a smoldering fire that contributes to everything from joint pain to cognitive decline. I had a client once, a woman in her early 60s who was doing everything right. She ate low, fat everything, and started her day with a big glass of orange juice. She couldn't understand why she was pre-diabetic and had constant joint pain. We did a simple experiment. For 2 weeks, she ditched every packaged food and focused on whole, real foods, vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, healthy fats like avocado and olive oil. The change was astounding. Her energy soared, her pain subsided. It wasn't magic. It was just removing the silent saboteurs from her diet. So, the habit to cultivate is reading labels and prioritizing real food. If it grew on a plant or had a mother, it is probably a good choice. If it was made in a plant, approach with caution. This brings us to our 4th silent habit, and it's possibly the simplest one to fix. It is chronic, low-level dehydration. So many of us are walking around in a constant state of being just slightly dehydrated. We drink coffee, we drink tea, we drink soda, but we forget to drink plain, simple water. We mistake thirst for hunger, or for fatigue. That mid-afternoon slump I mentioned earlier, for millions of Americans, it is not a caffeine deficiency. It's a water deficiency. Your body is about 60% water. Every single cell, tissue, and organ needs water to function correctly. When you are even mildly dehydrated, the consequences are immediate. Though often subtle, your blood volume decreases, so your heart has to work harder to pump blood through your body. This can lead to fatigue and brain fog. Your skin is one of the first places to show it. Dehydration means less blood flow to the skin, and it compromises the skin's ability to repair itself, leading to more pronounced fine lines and a dull, saggy appearance. Think of a grape versus a raisin fay. That is the power of hydration. It also affects your joints. The cartilage in our joints, which acts as a shock absorber, is about 80% water. When you are dehydrated, your body will pull water from places like cartilage to supply more critical organs, leading to more friction, inflammation, and pain. A friend of mine in Arizona used to complain of constant headaches and stiff knees. He's a golfer, out in the sun a lot. His doctor didn't prescribe a pill. He prescribed a water bottle. He told him to carry it everywhere and sip from it all day, not just when he felt thirsty. By the time you feel thirsty, you are already dehydrated. The change was remarkable. His headaches vanished, and his knee pain improved dramatically. The habit isn't to chug a gallon of water at once. It is to sip consistently throughout the day. Keep a water bottle on your desk, in your car, by your bed. Eat water, rich foods, like cucumber, watermelon, and celery. It is the cheapest, easiest anti-aging secret on the planet. And that leads us to our fifth and final habit, the one that is perhaps most emblematic of modern life. It is not just being sedentary. It is the lack of varied movement. We might go to the gym for an hour, which is fantastic, but then we sit for the next 8 hours at a desk, another 2 hours in the car, and 3 hours on the couch. That 1 hour of exercise can't undo the damage of 13 hours of sitting. The Mayo Clinic has been a leading voice on this, coining the phrase, "sitting is the new smoking." When we sit for prolonged periods, our whole metabolic system slows down. Our circulation becomes sluggish. Our large leg muscles fade, which are crucial for burning fat and regulating blood sugar, go dormant. This leads to muscle atrophy, or what scientists call sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass. Losing muscle is a cornerstone of aging. It slows your metabolism, making it easier to gain weight. It weakens your bones, increasing your risk of osteoporosis and fractures. It makes you less stable, leading to falls, which can be catastrophic for an older adult. The habit we need to break is prolonged, uninterrupted stillness. The habit we need to build is one of constant, gentle movement. I like to call these movement snacks. Set a timer to get up and walk around for 2 minutes every half hour. Do some simple stretches while you are waiting for your coffee to brew. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Park a little farther away from the store entrance. It is about weaving movement into the fabric of your day, not just cordoning it off into a 1-hour exercise block. I have a neighbor in her late 70s who is one of the most vital people I know. Her secret, she gardens. She's constantly bending, stretching, digging, and carrying. She walks her dog twice a day. She doesn't have a workout routine. She has a life routine that is full of movement. That is the goal. It's not about running a marathon. It is about refusing to be still for too long. So there we have it. The 5 silent habits that can make us old before our time. Social isolation, inconsistent sleep, eating healthy processed foods, chronic dehydration, and a lack of varied movement. Seeing them all laid out like this might feel a little overwhelming, but I want you to see it as a message of hope. These are not genetic destinies. They are choices. They are habits, and habits can be changed. You don't have to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. Just pick one. Maybe this week, you focus on calling a friend instead of texting. Or maybe you buy a reusable water bottle and keep it with you. Small, consistent changes are what lead to profound transformations. It's about being a little more mindful, a little more intentional in our daily routines, because the way we live each day is ultimately the way we live our lives. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. What we talk about here at Golden Wellness Way is all about sharing wisdom that empowers us all. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated with you the most? Do you have your own tips for staying vibrant and healthy? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience could be the very thing someone else needs to hear. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and consider subscribing for more wellness wisdom every week. It truly helps the channel grow and reach more people who might need this message. Until next time, be well and take care.